I'm Shredmaster Scott, and this video is a speed picking tutorial. I'm going to give you my best tips on how to improve your picking speed and become fast as hell. For the best metal guitar and music theory tutorials on YouTube, you may want to subscribe. Free chicks and booze for everyone. So speed picking or alternate picking is one of the most powerful techniques in the shred guitarist arsenal. It's one of those things that you really can't do without if you want to become a well-rounded shred guitar or metal player. So we'll talk about some of the mechanics you can apply to get the best results and take your picking speed to the maximum level. We're going to use a short fragment here, a scale fragment, in order to work on your picking chops, and it goes like this. Just keeps repeating, so it's an A minor. I'll put up the tab for you. If you want to download the PDF file of the tab, just hit the link in the description below. So the first thing we need to discuss is the picking hand mechanics that are going on here. The best way to hold the pick, or just a general rule of thumb at least to start with, is hold the pick on the bottom of your thumb and the side of your index finger. And that's going to give you the most firm grip, even though you'll see like Eddie Van Halen holding it like this, and some people hold it like this, and there's a lot of different ways, you know. And in the end, it's about like, does it sound good? If it sounds good, who cares what you're doing? Like, that's it, you know. Look no further. But if you're not satisfied with your speed and your sound, then check out these mechanics. Next, you're going to want to angle the pick when you get to the guitar, and what angling the pick does is it helps you reduce friction and tension with the strings. You kind of slice past it with ease. So I do it about a 45-degree angle. And you don't want to get too deep into the body of the guitar. You just want to kind of skim past the top of the strings, you know, because the more of the pick that's coming in contact with the string, the more strength, resistance it's going to take, you know, to get through that string. And one thing you do to practice the minimum movement principle, which is very important, you don't want to move any more than you have to. Just pick and let the pick fall into the next string and then come back and fall into the string above it. So it's like you're playing bumper balls back and forth. And the pick's not actually leaving the strings. So I'm not picking the pick up like that. That's the maximum efficiency that you can use, because I'm not even leaving the string, so I don't have to waste motion coming back to the string. So keep that in mind when you're playing this lick. You know, it sounds like shit initially, but it's good to just train your picking hand to move as little as possible. And then you kind of, you know, back it off a little bit based on getting good tone. Everybody has different biomechanics when it comes to playing guitar or doing anything physical in nature. So you want to be aware of your own ergonomics, or the way that you can be most efficient when you play. For instance, I'll show you, I have a double jointed thumb. See, most people's thumb does that. Mine goes back even further. So that changes the way that I play in respect to biomechanics, and I have to adapt for that. And you may have something similar, you know. That's why different people have different picking styles, you know, because we're all constructed just a little bit differently. So when I play, I try to lock my hand in position. You know, most people's hand looks like that when they pick, and mine kind of like pushes back into itself. If you can see that, and then this thumb joint comes up. So that works best for me. Now let's have a look at this exercise. I'm going to turn on the metronome, and the metronome is of course a very valuable tool for increasing your speed. So this is a 16th note lick, and we'll try it here at 80 beats per minute. And the idea is you just want to keep increasing that tempo until you gradually get to Mach 1 speed. Now within this lick there's a string change, right? We're moving from the low E string to the A string. And what you can do to take some of the attention off of the fretting hand and focus more on the right hand is just choose 2 notes, a power chord on the 5th fret of the low E string, and try picking back and forth. So I'm using 3s, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that way you get to practice isolating the actual string change without worrying too much about all of these fretting hand notes. And just think about skimming on top of the strings. You don't want to get too deep in there. That's what she said. Now the cool thing about this lick is you can actually make it into 3 licks if you want. You could move it across the fretboard in different octaves. So into one big monster lick. Another great thing to try to work on your speed picking is just to tremolo pick on each open string. I hope you picked up some valuable tips from this speed picking tutorial. Remember, at the end of the day, it's about the sound. So don't get too anal about whether or not you're doing it right. Just keep these physical mechanics in mind and use them as a primer to explore different avenues and to get better sounds. But again, like I said, music is not an athletic performance. It's about making people feel something. So that's number 1. And if you like the sound you're getting, fuck everything else. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of this kind of content. Let me know who your favorite alternate speed picker is in the comments below. If you like going on a Shredmaster Scott binge, by all means be my guest. Did I mention free beer and babes?